What up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Today's guest is Elijah, and let me tell you, Elijah's on my level, y'all. He's on my level. He's my jam, you know. He's my pounded yam. He's my sweet akara in the morning time. Like, I think I'm hyped because I get excited to know that there are other people who are just as excited to tell the stories of the relationship between Africans and African Americans, but specifically Nigerians and African Americans. And so I'm excited about this episode. He's an executive producer of Alemanji, a brilliant film that was screened in this year's Cannes Film Festival. And we spoke to him around that time, actually, during the festival time. The film was about a Nigerian American boy trying to balance his strict Nigerian parents within the American cultural norms. Sound familiar? Love it. I absolutely love this. And I know that you're going to love this episode. It's different, it's unpopular, but it's on purpose.
I got a theory. Is the word Akata a mystery? Do we really know the history? I'm Nigerian, born in America. So this is 5 minutes with an Akata?
Oh yeah, my people, good people, black people, and all peoples. So in today's quest to learn more about the word Akata, I speak with Elijah Washington, who is an actor, artist, writer, and executive producer of the new film Alemanji. Welcome in, Elijah. How you feeling?
I am doing well. I cannot complain. How about yourself?
I'm doing well myself, man. Thank you for asking, and thank you for joining us. It's really a pleasure to have you on this show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So as you all know, we have only 5 minutes. You know what? It's season 4, so we got a little bit more time than that. Yeah, let's get into this.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. So first off, Elijah, congratulations on getting your film Alemanji into Cannes Film Festival. Like that's a big feat. You know, as an actor, producer myself, Cannes is on my bucket list to hit. So it's like, congrats, man. I just have to tell you that straight up.
Oh, thank you.
yeah, of course. How does it feel? Like what was the experience like? How was Cannes? Like, can you just tell us and give us a brief summary?
Man, it was surreal. I literally was pinching myself. I was so happy. I got to go with my brother, who also serves as an executive producer on the film.
Nice.
So we went out together, the Washington brothers, and it was a magical experience, just taking it all in, and just seeing how our hard work has truly paid off. It was amazing.
Wow. Nice, man.
And when I tell you, side note, there is nothing like pasta, bread, and wine in Europe. It was perfect.
All right. So, do you know what the word Akata means?
I do.
Oh, okay. So, in your words, what do you feel it means?
Yeah. So, okay. Actually, it's interesting because had you have asked me this maybe like before this film happened, I would have said no. But it has been a really educational, dope experience for me. And literally in the film, there's a really dope scene where the teacher talks about the word Akata, and he pretty much just breaks it down and shares how it comes from the Yoruba people. And the direct translation is a cat that has lost its way home. Yeah, so it was very enlightening for me. I know there's a bit of, everyone has their own take. Some people may see it as a derogatory word, and some people may use it in another way. So it's
right.
I really enjoyed, being educated in that regard. So.
Wow, you actually just educated me because I had no idea. I'm Nigerian as well, born and raised in Texas though, so first generation. But I had no idea that the actual meaning meant like a cat that lost its way home.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's deep.
Literally. Crazy. Like, I knew it was derogatory in some aspect, but like, Yeah, I'm enlightened for sure. Thank you for sharing that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and it was really interesting too. The filmmaker did such a beautiful job in sharing just you were able to see how our character Alemanji, his father,
Yes.
used the word Akata in a derogatory-esque kind of way. But then the teacher was enlightening the students and sharing how, when you look at the literal translation,
Yes.
it's quite a beautiful thing. So, yeah.
it's almost poetic the way.
Very much so.
Wow. Okay, so the executive producer of this podcast, Iori, and creator of the Akata brand theory, really loved the trailer. I actually saw it myself too, and I thought it was pretty spot on. I was like, yo, I gotta see this film. I gotta figure out how I can contact Elijah just so I can watch this film and see what's really going on. But yeah, she couldn't wait to have you on the show and talk about this project. She really believes in bridging this unnecessary wedge between Africans and African Americans, and ultimately the whole diaspora. So we all know where passion lies with this subject, but I want to ask you, like, what about you? Like, with this subject, where does your heart lie? Where does your passion lie? Like, why create a film about this topic? Like, are there any personal ties for you regarding what the main character goes through, or what?
Yeah, very much so. I think I often say we as Black people are not a monolith. And there's so many different types of Black people. We come from all over.
Right.
And just by seeing someone based on the color of their skin and having this preconceived notion of who they are or what their history is, it's wrong, and I think for me I'm from Maryland, so I grew up in the DMV. One of my best friends, she's actually Nigerian as well. Her name's Ogechi. Shout out to her. And a side note, I just did this thing called African Ancestry for CAN, and I just found out that which they track your maternal heritage, and it said that I am Yoruba. So that was dope. It was
Brother, you are here with us.
Oh yes. Yes, sir. So yeah, I think that was really dope, just having that having Nigerian friends and hearing having this story that speaks on being a first generation African growing up in the DMV.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Thank you. Like I said, I gotta get my hands on this film. So after this podcast, we gotta connect so I can just get a chance to see it for myself.
So actually, someone by the name of Anu Fomingia, he was the creator. Yeah, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother actually pitched the project to me.
Wow.
And yeah, so he went to school he went to Howard University. Shout out to HU.
HU?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And my brother pitched the project to me, and I was like, I have to be a part of this. So.
Wow. Okay. Do you know by chance what inspired him to do so? If not, it's totally fine.
Well, Anu is his family's from Cameroon. So he's first generation. Yeah. And then our director, Nonso, she is Nigerian. So,
Yeah.
it was we had a really dope team.
That's what's up. The neighbors, Cameroonians and Nigerians.
Oh, yes.
So this podcast and its brand is really about bridging the gap and creating conversations that unite us. And with the film, in your words, which touches on the disconnect between Africans who migrated to America, and African Americans who are products of the diaspora. So I feel like it's a perfect fit for you to be on the show. So we would like you to speak to that disconnect. Have you personally experienced this, or what do you see if there is any difference between the two groups?
Yeah, I think you touched on it. I think, one group migrated here, and then another group was brought here not by choice. And because of that, there can be some tensions that go on between the groups, but I think it's a lack of conversation being had, and I think empathy has to go. I think empathy goes a long way.
Yeah, I agree.
Because at the end of the day, we're all black, and black is beautiful, and we are elite, and we are powerful, and when we come together, we make some amazing things.
Speak on it, my brother. Speak on it. Okay, so you touched on the disconnect just now. What is one things that you would say Africans and African Americans have in common, per se?
Yeah, we're powerful. We're elite.
Hey,
we are we are dynamic. Like I could go on and on. Just even being at Cannes was so it filled my soul so much. Just seeing all of the beautiful black people from all over the globe, whether that was from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Cameroon, from France, London, America. Like it was amazing. And just seeing how amazing and how creative and how artistic and how insightful we all are, and seeing when we come together what amazing, powerful things that we do. So
dang.
Yeah.
You got me really excited to go to Cannes now.
You have to. You have to.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Elijah, once again, congrats for even getting your film into Cannes Film Festival, because like I said, as a producer and actor myself, I know it's not an easy feat to accomplish and an easy feat to do. So thank you again for just, joining us and having this conversation with us on 5 Minutes with an Akata ?
Thank you so much for having me. And best of luck. I am praying and I'm speaking into existence that you will be at Cannes. So
hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
Once I get there, you're gonna be the first one I message. Like, yo, Elijah, your manifestation prayer worked.
Bet. And hopefully I will be running into you at Cannes too that year. So
here you go. Yeah, yes, sir. We'd love to see it, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Take it easy.
Maybe you know the true definition of Akata. If so, let me know. If you like this episode, subscribe, rate, share, and help spread the hope of unity. Ohi Ajeigbe, y'all. I leave you with love, joy, faith, hope. Peace.
LAM.